Hi, welcome to the garden. Today is Saturday and you know what that means. We're going to do a quick review of this garden, then we're going to go to you and celebrate what's going on in your garden. And if you're new to my channel, you're in for a real treat. Saturdays are reserved for you and celebrating what you do in your garden. This is where we get ideas, this is where we get inspiration, and this is where I get the motivation to come out here day after day and show you what's possible in a garden. Now my garden got hit pretty hard by that frost that came across America, but let's go down to Florida and take a look at a garden that was spared. Bruce's Florida deep mulch food forest was spared the cold front. It was a good thing because look how loaded it is with wonderful tropical fruit. His fall and winter crops are coming along nicely as he does the hardest work you can do in a deep mulch garden, and that is harvest. And what a fabulous harvest. Of course, we do this because it tastes great. Dragon fruit, papaya, fresh avocado. Thank you, Bruce, for the inspiration. Bruce, the pineapples I get from the store don't look like that. That's amazing. Now all I'm doing here is just cutting and dropping. It's the easiest way to clean up a deep mulch garden. Now what we're going to do is we're going to come back over here. We're going to put a layer of hay, wood chips, and leaves. And then whatever else I can get my hands on. And we're going to put it in thick because look at this. This is over a foot thick and we're down to almost bare soil right here. But look how soft that soil is. That's what the deep mulch does. By putting a good solid layer on right now, we'll be in great shape for the spring. Let's take a look at another one of our friends. Walter's combination container and deep mulch garden set him up perfectly for the freeze. He was able to move his peppers into the garage and cover his cold hardy crops with plastic totes. He harvested everything that he knew would succumb to the cold, and with the nice warm up, his peppers are back out in the sun and he gets to enjoy his harvest. He said again, we do this because it tastes great. Thank you, Walter. Aren't our friends and neighbors around the world absolutely wonderful? Please hit that like button. It tells YouTube to push this out to more people that might want to learn how to garden. Now we're just a loose-knit community of people that like to get our hands dirty and grow things that taste good, and I invite you to join us. All you have to do is email me at waylandsmalley5@gmail.com. The address is in the description box below. All I'm doing is cutting this off right at the surface. We're going to leave all the roots in. That's good for the life in the soil. And by cutting and dropping, we're allowing this carbon to go back into the soil. We're feeding the life in the soil. We're going to be in good shape for next spring. And that's all you got to do, and we're cleaned up. Let's go ahead and take a look at another one of our friends. Art's deep mulch garden got hit hard by the freeze. As he said, no more jungle this year. But he cleaned off everything that was going to freeze, and he got a good last haul. 2 gallons of peppers, 5-gallon bucket of sweet potatoes. This is excellent, Art. Thank you. One of our viewers shared that they use polar fleece to protect their tomatoes. It's a breathable fabric. I'm going to have to figure out how to get some. I could have covered the corn, the squash, and these beans. They saved their tomatoes down to 27 degrees with a light dusting of snow. Now it's warmed back up and they're in pretty good shape. Wish I would have known that. Our beets, our turnips, our radishes, they're all doing wonderful. And our carrots didn't even know it got cold. Well, let's go ahead and take a look at another one of our friends. Mike and Linda also anticipated a couple days of frost in their Zone 8 deep mulch garden and harvested their tender goodies. And what a great harvest that was. Now, to enjoy this beautiful bounty. Thank you for sharing your garden. Saturdays has become one of my favorite days out of the week because I get to see what's going on in your garden. Please leave a comment down below and let everybody know just how much you appreciate them sharing what's going on in their garden. I use these sawdust bales to make a cold frame around this Swiss chard, and it worked very, very well. Let's go ahead and take a look at another one of our friends. Allison gave Valerie a hand harvesting their container-grown turmeric. That is a great haul, ladies. Valerie, your garden is simply blessed. Thank you. And of course, we all do this because it tastes great. And it's really not that much work, except the harvesting. Remember, you can do this too, and I do invite you to join us. All other gardeners would love to see what you're doing in your garden. After all, this is where we get ideas, inspiration, and motivation. And sometimes this time of year, you need a little extra motivation. But before you know it, it's going to be spring again. So we need to get some mulch out here, we need to expand the garden, and we need to continue to plant. Now, if you want to learn a little bit more about the deep mulch, click that link and I'll meet you back in the garden. If you want to learn about the living soil, click that link and I'll meet you back in the garden. And until next time, remember, take care of yourself, take care of your family, and God bless you. Come on, let's plant.
Let's go plant garden.